So problem 4 on the exam was the integral of sine rad x dx. Now to do this, before we do anything, we're going to substitute variables to make it simpler. So we're going to use the variable w, you can use any one you like, equals rad x. And the derivative of rad x, which is equivalence of x to the 1/2, would be 1/2 over 2 rad x, because 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2, so it all goes bottom. And we're going to multiply the 1/2 over here. And before we can put this in, we need to do some further manipulation. So to get the dx simplified so we can plug it in, it's 2 rad x, because we're just going to multiply. Divide it, which multiplies the denominator to the top. dw equals dx. But we have an x here, which means that this doesn't match that equation. So we need to fix that before we can put it back in. But we see that we already substituted rad x to be w. So we just put 2w dw equals dx. And now we're ready to start the integration. So sine w, and then the dx is equal to 2w. And that's our integral. We're going to take the 2 out because it's a variable we put in later. W sine w. I'm putting the w at the front so we can visualize it easier. So now we see that this integration is simple. We just need to integrate by parts. And the formula for integration by parts is u dv equals uv minus the integration of v du. So we're going to substitute again. U is going to equal w, and dv is going to be sine w dw. So the du equals dw, and the integration of sine is negative cosine. So it would be negative cos w. And now we just plug it into the formula up here. U times v, w times negative cos w will equal negative w cos sine w minus the integral of v du. So it would just be negative cos w dw. Now the integration of cosine is positive sine. But since this right here is a negative, we're going to keep that negative. So it will equal negative sine w. And negative times a negative equals a positive. So it will be negative cos w plus sine w plus c. Now remember that we initially had 2 out here, so the 2 is still there. We haven't done anything with it yet. And now we're almost done. We just need to put the original value for w back in. So the answer will be 2 negative rad x cos w equals rad x plus sine rad x plus c. But we see here that the 2 needs to be put back in. So we're going to multiply that out and distribute it to both sides. Negative 2 rad x cosine rad x plus 2 sine rad x plus c. And this is going to be our final answer.